Before we get to today's video, I want to take a moment to talk about Patreon. That's right, we are on Patreon now, and we have a bunch of tiers with a bunch of great rewards. You can subscribe and get things like early access to all reactions, depending on your tier, depends on which reactions you get early access to. You can vote on polls exclusive to patrons that will help determine future reaction series and more. You will get to just have various choices in terms of like getting to choose future reactions I react to, getting to choose first impressions I check out, all kinds of different rewards, and possibly more coming in the future. We're still new at this. We're still figuring things out. It's a process. It's a process. But we have multiple tiers, so whatever you would be able to donate, if you're able and willing to donate, is appreciated. It helps me out, it helps the channel out, it helps us grow. It's going to help just, standardly. It's just something new to check out. Plus, if you like getting the reactions early, that's also a plus. But it is optional. If you're unable to do it, that's completely fine. All reactions will come to YouTube just a little bit later, a week later or so. So that all being said, thank you as always so much, and let's get on with today's video. With that being said, hey everyone, welcome to Princess Gay. I'm your host Connie, and today we are here with my blind reaction to Smile 2. I've been kind of wanting to get to this since we did Smile 1, and part of the reason is because the first one was pretty good. It was pretty interesting, had a very unique feel to it, and yeah, I enjoyed it. It's not like my favorite recent horror film or anything, but it was definitely fascinating. But most people say that Smile 2 is much better, and one of the reasons I've heard is because of Jack Nicholson's son, who is apparently in this. Other than that, I don't really know anything about the sequel. Like, I've stayed away from all spoilers. I just know that, he's in it, basically. Um, I don't know if this is like a direct sequel to the first movie. Like, is it gonna follow the guy from last time? Is he gonna return? Because he was like the only survivor at the end. Or is it gonna be like a not an anthology, but kind of like follow the same kind of like curse or whatever it was, or demon or whatever, and just like tackle it from a different person's perspective? I don't know. I don't know exactly what to expect from this comparative to the first one, but people do say it's a lot better. This is a donation reward for Venom, so thank you, Venom. And yeah, I'm hoping to really enjoy this. I'm hoping that this ends up being really good. I'm hoping it ends up being better than the first, like everyone says. And I just can't wait to see what this is like. I like horror, so hopefully it lives up to my desires, my expectations. I don't really have anything else to say. I'm sorry. It's like normally I would probably talk more, but I just really don't have anything else to say. But before we get this going, I will really quickly remind you that we do have a Patreon now. You saw the plug from before, but because it's this new, I do want to keep pushing this, get as many new viewers and subscribers as we can, because it does help. It helps a lot. Just keeps the channel running, keeps things going for myself. So yeah. But in regards to that, we have early access. Early access is the big reward. Multiple tiers get it, but different tiers get different levels of early access. Starting at the $10 tier, you get access to movies, and then the next tier adds in shows, and so on and so forth. Each tier will add, starting at the $10 and going up, will add in a new type of early access reaction that you can see on Patreon. Now, everything will come to YouTube eventually, but you get it early there. Right now, we're about like a week ahead on everything, so there's other rewards too, though. Like, you can vote on exclusive polls. You can choose things for me to react to in the future, and so on and so forth. Everything is expressed on the Patreon, which is linked in the description below. You can see all the tiers there. If you have any further questions, you can also just ask me in the comments. But yeah, it is completely optional. You don't have to do it if you can't or don't want to. Everything, like I said, does come to YouTube eventually anyway, so no harm there. But it, like I said, it does help me out, so I do appreciate it if you're able to. But if you're not, content will still be coming. So that being said, let's get to the movie and see what we have in store. Hold up just a sec. Before you click that link down in the description below to get to today's video, I want to remind you of all the awesome content we have both on this channel and the Princess of Gaming channel. Let's check it out. And we are back with the afterthoughts, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. So, I'm going to say right off the bat that I don't think this movie was necessarily that much better than the first. And that's not to say that the first movie was bad. The first movie was really good. It's just, I think when people are like talking about how this movie is so much better, I think it like stuck with people more because of how much more intense it is. This movie is unquestionably more extreme in terms of the interactions with the entity, in terms of just the kills and the hallucinations. Everything is much more intense. And for better or worse, it makes it more memorable. It makes it stick in your mind more. Because in a lot of ways, the most memorable horror movies do that. They stay with you. And sometimes it's because of the scares, sometimes it's because of the characters, sometimes it's because of the imagery, sometimes a bit of all three. And various other factors as well. With this movie, there's definitely a lot that will stick with me, especially the ending. But there's a lot of things in this that kind of leave me a little confused. So at the end, this is the biggest part here. At the end, we see her going on stage. Her mother is still alive and everything. Joshua's there. We know that she never reconciled with Gemma. Presumably never met with Dr. Taub, or whatever, Morris in this. I'm calling him Dr. Taub because that's what I know him from House now, but she presumably never met with him, and so it's like, how much was real, how much was not? Like, just what are we supposed to believe about everything that even occurred? Anything that occurred. What actually happened in this movie? The twist is like so ambiguous with where the hallucinations actually started and stopped and existed that it makes it hard to know like what actually happened in reality, in the film world's reality. It's a little too ambiguous. Is it like, did the entire thing with her at the benefit dinner happen? Did that really occur? Did the scene with her like freaking out in the dressing room with that being destroyed and freaking out at Joshua, did that happen? I genuinely don't know what happened or not by the end. I have no idea what was real, how much of it was real. And it's a little too confusing for me. And maybe that's just me. I will fully admit, maybe there's other people who understood it better and are more in line with what it's supposed to like be saying about how much was real or not. But for me, this is it's a reveal that in my eyes makes it a little too that makes the entire film feel a little too vague to me. And again, I understand the idea behind that. It makes the entity feel more threatening. It makes it feel a lot more like it makes it feel like with these people going through this that they can't trust themselves, and us as viewers can't trust what we're seeing. And it's like the only thing I'm really confident occurred is everything leading up to Lewis's death, with him smashing his face in with the barbell plate. That is the only everything after that, literally everything after that, I do not know if actually happened. I do not know if anything after that moment existed or not. And if so, what existed? And that's the problem. Again, it just feels like it's too vague with that. I feel like we need a like again, maybe that's a me thing. Maybe I just missed something, or maybe I just like maybe I'm supposed to know like when that would take place based on like the outfit and everything, based on like the timeline of where when things would occur and all, but I don't, and I can't. It's just it. That's not the stuff that was memorable within the movie as I was watching. That's not the stuff that I was thinking. Oh, this is something I have to remember. So I genuinely just it didn't like stick in my head maybe, and that might be the problem. I don't know. But that's my issue here. And it's a big issue for me. And it's really the only thing holding me back with this film. Cuz like in terms of the acting, it's phenomenal. The acting is absolutely wonderful. Obviously, there's the massive theming around drugs. Like the first movie had the big themes about mental health. This time it's about drugs, with some mental health stuff thrown in still too. Which is a logical place to take this kind of thing as well. Um, that works really well. I liked for the most part the camera work, the directing, all of that, the framing. I will say they did the camera tilt like turning each scene like upside down or sideways. They did that a little too much, but it doesn't hurt the movie that much. It's just they could have done that maybe a few less times. um the actual like death and murder scenes were pretty good. Though I really don't know why they had to cut away at the end for Skies. I don't know. I just feel a little cheated out with that one. It's like I understand we're seeing like the audience's reaction to it. We're seeing like how everybody else is like viewing this. But like just seeing the aftermath of the mic in her eye, it's like, yeah, we know what happened, but like following her for pretty much this entire film, it's like it feels like for that to be the death that we decide to like not show just feels, I don't know, weird to me. I don't know how else to explain it. Um, the music, considering this was centering around a pop star, was fine. I mean, definitely not my kind of music, I would say. And I like, there's plenty of pop music I like. So it's not that it's just pop genre. It's it's the specific style of pop is not my thing. Um, I don't know. This felt like I guess like a little bit of an edgier take on something like Ariana Grande or Taylor Swift or something, and that is very much not my kind of music. Um, yeah, there was there's a lot of great scenes, a lot of great shots and everything. I just I really enjoyed a lot about this movie, and again, it was entertaining to watch. I was very much invested and hooked in the entire time. There's never a point where I felt like it was, taking too long, or any point where I felt it was like not enjoyable to experience. But again, I would not say that this is really that much better than the first movie. And I think the thing that does bring it down, like I said, is the ending being so vague and just unclear. There was also themes in this of like celebrity and how that can affect someone's mental health and just lead them down the path of drugs and stuff. There's the themes about the mother and how a parent can like lead their child into this kind of life and take advantage of them and mistreat them and whatnot. A lot of good theme. The themes were probably the best part of this movie, outside of maybe the acting. I really liked the theming, but overall, it's like it's good. It's really good. I don't remember the exact score I gave the first one, and I'm gonna have to think about this a little bit more before giving it a score on Letterboxd or whatnot. By the time this comes to YouTube, obviously it'll be on my Letterboxd. But yeah, um, that'll probably be when I put it up on the day it goes on to YouTube or something. But yeah, I think that this movie it 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 was again more extreme, more intense. The entity had more of a presence in this one, like an actual like presence. But overall, the the movie did leave a little bit of confusion for me, and I feel like it could have been a little more clear, personally. But that again, that might just be me. That might just be me. Um, I don't know. I'm trying to think of anything else I really have to say with this, and I just don't think I really have anything else. I don't think there's really anything else for me to like mention or talk about. So, if there's anything that you specifically want to hear me talk about that I hadn't, please feel free to mention that in the comments. And for now, thank you so much to Venom for donating for this. Thank you to everyone for tuning in and to continue supporting the channel. And for those who are supporting on the Patreon, an extra thank you for that. Um, for now, though, yeah, I'm Connie and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.